Hello everyone, and welcome to this gentle, fully seated yoga practice. My name is Katie, and today we're doing a yin yoga routine from a fully seated position. This is appropriate for beginners and really all levels of yoga practitioner, because we're really going to focus on just calming the mind, calming the body, and getting a nice deep stretch while we're at it. Because we'll be sitting on the mat for the entire duration of this practice, it's really recommended that you sit on a yoga block if you have one, or a cushion or pillow. Anything at all that will help to elevate your hips is going to make sitting on the floor much more comfortable for you. And you might also grab some kind of strap or belt. In this routine, we'll be practicing cow face arms, so it can be nice to have a strap to hold on to. Now, this is just the strap that I use to carry my yoga mat, so really anything at all will work for this. And if you don't have anything, that's fine too, don't worry, you can get by without it. So if you're ready to begin, you can of course find a seat on the mat. We can sit up on that pillow or yoga block, and we're going to start with about 3 minutes of meditation, so you can sit whatever way works best for you. And once you feel comfortable, if you're ready, you can close your eyes or relax your gaze. Start to elongate your spine if you can. Relax your shoulders back and down. Unclench your jaw. Relax all of your tiny facial muscles, especially those little muscles around your mouth, in the corners of your eyes, across your forehead. Now start to feel the crown of your head growing towards the sky. And at the same time, you can feel your seat bones dropping further into the floor. So your upper body is being lengthened and opened, making lots of room for your breath. Let's just follow the breath for a moment, feeling it coming in and out of your body. With time, you might try to encourage that breath to become a little bit deeper, a little bit slower. Now let your awareness land on the tip of your nose. Notice the air as it comes in through your nostrils, slightly cool, and then it's warmer when it leaves your nostrils. Before we move on, let's check in again on the body. Spine is lengthened, shoulders are soft, jaw is loose, face is relaxed. Take 3 more breaths here. And when you're ready, you can gently start to open up your eyes again, bringing yourself back. And if you're craving any little movements, feel free to do that. Maybe just stretching the shoulders, rotating through your wrists. And you can even take a little rotation of your spine here, if that's what you need. And when you're ready, we'll come into our first yin yoga pose, which is butterfly pose. So staying sitting on that cushion or block, you can come to bring the soles of your feet together. Don't force the knees down here. Wherever they are is absolutely fine. If you need a little bit more support for your knees, you can place cushions in underneath your thighs. Hands might hold the feet, or they can just come to wherever they naturally rest. We'll hold here for 3 minutes or for however long feels right for you. If you need to come out of this pose earlier, that's absolutely fine. You might close your eyes or relax your gaze. And let's try find that state that we had just a few moments ago. Spine is nice and tall. Shoulders are relaxed. Jaw is loose. Face is soft. Now find your breath. And once again, you're just observing it. And as you keep some of your awareness with your breath, you might let the rest of your awareness drift down to your hips. Just exploring all of these new sensations, breathing into them as you find them. And once again, if your mind becomes distracted, that's okay. It's completely normal. What's important is that you notice you're being distracted, and then you bring yourself back either to your breath or to your body, maybe a combination of both. Taking 3 more breaths here, if you can. Now we'll start to bring ourselves slowly back, asking the knees to come back together. Now you can maybe remove yourself from whatever you're sitting on, and we'll release that pose with a few windshield wipers. So you can lean back on your hands if you can. Feet are about mat width distance apart. And then we're very slowly dropping the knees from side to side. And staying about 60 seconds here, releasing the pose. You can pause the next time your knees are in center, bringing yourself back into that straight spine. And our next pose is called Shoelace pose, so you might sit back up on your cushion or yoga block. And we have lots of options for this pose. We'll start by having our legs out long. First option is to come into half shoelace by bringing your right foot to the outside of your left hip. Knees are somewhat on top of each other here, but don't worry if they're not. And here we're starting to feel this nice groin and hip opener. Now you can take a few moments pausing here, seeing how this feels for you. And then if you are ready to come into full shoelace, you're also bending your left knee. So now your left foot is beside your right hip. Now, if you're not sitting on something, just make sure you're not sitting on your feet. And then we're holding here for 5 minutes in total. Now, once again, if 5 minutes does not work for you and your body, that's okay. You can come out of the pose and just rest for a moment. So starting to feel all of these new sensations that are arising within the hips. Breathing deeply into them. Scanning through your upper body, making sure everything is relaxed yet supported. Connect to your breath. And just be the observer of your body and of your breath for the next few minutes. If your mind has wandered away, take this opportunity to bring it back now, pausing those thoughts, finding your breath, finding your body. Now for the last 2 minutes of this hold, we will practice cow face arms. So if you need to gently open your eyes again so you can peek at your video, you can do so. Here you will need that strap if you're using one. And we're just going to place it over one of our shoulders. Now reach your right arm out in front of you and push the fingertips as far away as you can. Right arm comes all the way back now behind the body until it won't go any further. Then turn your thumb down, bend your elbow and come to hold that strap, or else just place your hand along your back as far up and as close to your spine as you comfortably can get it. Now the left arm reaches up, stretch it to the sky, bend your elbow, and then come to hold that strap, or place your left hand along your spine as far down as you can comfortably get it. Your fingers might even interlock here, which eventually is the goal of this pose, but don't worry about how it looks. We're focusing on how it feels. Keep that top elbow pointed up towards the sky. Keep your spine nice and long. And we're here for about 2 minutes if we can. Cow face arms is a really great pose to open up the shoulders and the chest. So take advantage of that by taking some deep breaths in and out. Dropping our awareness into the sensations that we're feeling. And this can be an uncomfortable pose, but as long as you're not feeling any pain or extreme discomfort, all you have to do is observe that sensation. Try not to label it as good or bad, but just let it be. Breathe into it. And know that nothing lasts forever. Before we move on, check in on that top elbow. Make sure it's still pointing up. You're still sitting tall. Take 3 more breaths. Now you can start to gently release the grip from your strap, slowly bringing your hands back out in front. Your body will tell you what it wants to do here. You might want to stretch through your neck. Just dropping one ear to its shoulder. You can do some rotations of your head, nice and slowly. And switch direction. And now we'll start to unravel our legs nice and slowly. Eventually just bringing both legs back out in front. And sometimes it can be nice here just to give your thighs a little massage. Maybe gently beating them. Also saying hello to your calves and your lower legs. Now, as a little counter pose to shoelace, we're going to do a pose called deer pose. And we'll just be here for 1 minute or for however long works for you. So you can start by coming back into that butterfly position, soles of the feet together. And then we're going to bring the right foot back behind us. So your right knee is over to the side of the body. And then we'll try to make a right angle with this right knee if you can. So your toes will point away from you. Now with your front leg, we're also going to find that right angle in the front knee, if possible. So your toes on your front leg will be pointed right out in front of you. Now if you need to support this front knee with a yoga block or a cushion, you can do so. So here we just have a nice external rotation for our hips. We want to make sure that we're fully seated on our seat. So make sure that you can feel both of your seat bones pressing into your cushion or your block. And if you find that you're tipping over towards the left here, you can adjust the position of your legs so that you can get that right seat bone back down onto the mat or onto the block. And now we're here for a few breaths, feeling whatever we feel. Finding our breath, letting go of those worldly thoughts that might be arising. And there's an option here to take a little twist into the spine. So once again, pressing that right seat bone into our seat and then slowly rotating over towards the left. Inhaling to lengthen your spine. Exhaling to twist a little bit deeper if you can. Maybe eventually looking over to the left side of your room, or even back behind you to go a little bit deeper. Wherever you are, take one more breath in to lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, you can start to come back to center. Bringing our right knee back out in front of us. Legs can come long again and you can shake them out. Maybe stretching through your feet, rotating your ankles. We're going to repeat shoelace on the opposite side now. So this time your left foot will come over towards your right hip. You can stay in shoelace or half shoelace, or you can also bend your right knee so your right foot is beside your left hip. Making sure we're not sitting on our feet and we can feel both of our seat bones pressing into whatever we're sitting on. Lengthening up through the spine. Relaxing the shoulders, softening the face. Finding your breath. And finding the sensation within your hips, which will keep your awareness grounded to the mat. Now we'll start to transition into cow face arms. This time your left arm reaches out in front. Push it away. Bring the arm all the way behind you. Turn your thumb down. Bend your elbow and find your strap. Right arm reaches up. Bend the elbow and find again your strap. Walking your hands a little bit closer if you can, pointing that top elbow up, straightening your spine, and just trying your best to accept the pose for the next 2 minutes. Connecting to your breath and disconnecting from any outer thoughts. Let's check in here that we have our top elbow pointed up. We're sitting as tall as we comfortably can. Our mind is riding the breath. We'll stay here for 3 more breaths. When you're ready, you can start to release your grip, slowly bringing the arms back in front. And you can remove your strap for now. And once again, the body will communicate what it wants to do here. So just act accordingly. And when you're ready, you can start to slowly unravel your legs, bringing them back out in front. Again, shaking through your feet and ankles or doing whatever you need to do. We'll release shoelace with deer pose. So again, coming back towards that butterfly position. This time your left leg is coming back behind you, maybe bringing the knee to a right angle if that's available. Front knee also comes into a right angle, so maybe your shin is parallel to the front of the mat. But don't worry too much about the positioning of our legs. What we want to focus on here is our seat bones, making sure they're both equally holding our weight. So this time we're conscious that we're not tipping over towards the right side. Keep that left seat bone pressing down. And we have an option here to rotate towards the right, inhaling to lengthen the spine, exhaling to gradually twist, looking to the right. Taking one more big breath in here. Exhaling to come back to center, bringing both feet out in front. And releasing however you need here. Now we'll end this practice as we started with just a few quiet moments in meditation. So you can come back to whatever seat is most comfortable for you. Once you're there, lengthening through your spine, relaxing your shoulders, loosening your jaw, and relaxing your face. Eyes can be closed or just softly focusing on something on the floor. Maybe bringing your awareness to the tip of your nose, feeling your breath coming in and out. Maybe scanning through your body, making sure everything is relaxing. We'll be here for 2 minutes in total. And once again, when thoughts arise, just notice them, stop them, and come back here to your mat. it's almost time for us to come back. There's no rush to open your eyes. First, you might just make some little movements. Moving however the body wants to move. And with an exhale, you can slowly start to open up your eyes again. We'll end this seated practice here. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you liked this practice and found it beneficial. If you want to support me in making more content like this, you can just leave this video a thumbs up and make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. I also have a membership with lots of bonus content as well. If you're interested in learning more about that, you can click the join button below this video. Otherwise, I will see you soon on the mat. Until then, take care and goodbye.